Hi everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode about game development. In today's episode we're going to discuss game engines. Okay, so what game engine should I choose? That's the question you need to be asking. So there are many factors involved in deciding which game engine to use, so it might be best we start the discussion there. Okay, so yeah, we're basically I've got the Google page up here. I've done a search for popular game engines, so it's a bit of a list there. I'm not going to read them all out. There's quite a few there, so you can just sort of like pause the video if you want, have a read, and I will now go to the next, scroll it over a bit and bring up more of the list. Okay, same deal. If you want to stop and have a read, just pause the video. So as you can already see, there are a lot of game engines. So it's a very, very hard choice to make. So we'll just scroll back to the start there. Alright. So these factors will depend on your current skill level, but will form a very good basis to help you choose the game engine that best suits you and your needs. Okay, so first off, you need to ask yourself, what programming languages do I know? Okay, so if you don't know any gaming languages, well, you don't really need to worry about that question. It's probably just going to be down to what you want to learn. Okay, so as most of the game engines have a preferred programming language, for example, Unity uses mostly C#, and I think they use JavaScript, and Unreal Engine uses mostly C++. So you just need to make sure you do some research, find out which programming language the game engine uses or prefers you to use. Some of them use multiple languages, so you do need to take that into consideration. Okay, so next up, you need to find out what learning resources are available. Now this is a big one, okay, because some of the game engines are very new and there's not going to be many courses online that cover them, and there won't be many YouTube videos that cover it. So you really need to look into this one. It's going to depend on your skill level and how quickly you think you're going to be able to learn the game engine, really. So I do recommend you spend some time doing searches on Google and YouTube, and yeah, also see what game engine the popular online courses are using. Okay, so yeah, just find, I don't know, whatever country you're in, just look for whatever online courses are maybe available in your country or other countries. So personally, I found both YouTube and Udemy courses to be very helpful. Okay, but you could also enroll into a certified video gaming course like a diploma in video game development. So just let me pause this. I'm actually going to bring the Udemy page up just to show you. Okay, so I've got the Udemy page up. Now I've just typed in Unity game development. So I've got a few courses here. They'll give you recommended courses and stuff. Now they do have sales. I haven't actually been checking their site much over the last probably like 2 months. I've been pretty busy with other stuff. But yeah, I do often come here and just check to see what new courses are being added, and yeah, basically what the prices are as well. Because I have in the past, I've never paid these prices for the courses. I've always got them on special for like $15-20 or something like that. So if you're patient, you should be able to pick them up cheaper. So yeah, as you can see, there's quite a list, and okay, so it's showing us 269 pages. Wow. So they do, well, there's a cheap one, 6 hours. So yeah, they tell you, how many, they got 96 lecturers and 20.5 hours. Wow. Oh, lectures, sorry, not lecturers. So yeah, let's just for the heck of it, let's just push on that one. Just have a quick look. So they've got 958 students enrolled. They've got a 4.4 star rating. Tells you who created the course. And then yeah, you can basically just scroll down, it'll tell you all the sorts of things that you'll get to learn and what length it is, and sometimes I'll give you a preview just so you can have a quick look and see if that's what you're looking for. Also, you could just click preview this course.
Hey there, welcome to this course. If you want to skip the boring part and learn Unity by building lots of mini example projects,
and yeah, you know, just go through it, take your time. You don't have to use Udemy courses, you know, it's just, I have used some of them and they've been pretty helpful, so I'm not promoting their product or anything, I'm just trying to give, give you something that you can use as a tool to learn. So yeah, we'll close that window off now. We shall go back to our popular game engine search. Okay, now I've sort of lost my spot of where we were. Okay, so the next factor to consider is cost. Okay, so some game engines aren't free to use. Some of the game engines are free to use for personal use, and then what will happen is once you've developed the games and you're selling them, then you will have to like pay a monthly fee or an annual fee or something like that. So you just need to look into all those sorts of things. Also, some other factors to consider with cost is, do I have to pay royalties when I sell the games? Do I have to pay a per title fee when I sell the games? Okay, so that's just a few things to think about. A lot of the game engines are now free to use, but make sure you find out how much you have to pay in royalties and fees. Okay, some of them won't have any royalties, fees, or anything. They'll just be absolutely flat out free to use. Okay, and not that I'm promoting any products or anything, but I do know that this Godot one here, we'll just open that up in a new page. Yeah, let's have a look. No? Let's click that one. Wrong button. It's a bit early in the morning. We'll get there. So they don't have a link to their site. Okay, let's click that one in. There we go. Okay, so that's the Godot. Oh, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. The Godot engine. Okay, and I have watched videos from other game developers, and yeah, I've reviewed it, and it's looking extremely promising. It is absolutely flat out free to use, free to do everything with. Okay, if you want to support the product, I'm sure they probably would accept donations, and there's no doubt, you know. And I actually think that the community actually donates help to it, to structure it and everything. So yeah, it's even open source. So yeah, definitely one to check out. I'm not sure what scripting language it uses. Let's see. I love using Google. I should really turn my Norton off. Alright, what do we got here? Okay, so the Godot games are created either in C++ or C#. Okay. Cool. They also use Rust. I don't even know what nim and d. I've got absolutely no idea. Okay, so it's also very similar to Python, the GD script. Okay. But it's written in C and C++, or C# and C++. Oh, sweet. And as I said, yeah, absolute, at this stage anyway, it's absolutely 100% free to do everything with it. Okay, alright, anyway, moving on along, let's have a look here. So the next factor to consider is, do I want to make 2D games, 3D games, maybe VR games, maybe even mobile games? And then you need to think, what gaming platforms do I wish to release the game on? Okay, now these are just every factor that I'm basically discussing in this video is just so important. You know, you don't want to waste your time learning a game engine, and some of them are pretty advanced and takes a bit of time to learn. And that's without even learning the programming language for it. It's just the user interface. So you do really need to spend the time, narrow down your list of game engines. Maybe, maybe you get it down to 3 game engines and you just cannot decide. That's when you need to just play around with them. Just download them onto your computer, try them out, see how you go, basically. But yeah, you do need to take all these factors into consideration. Okay, another factor you would need to consider is, will my computer be powerful enough? Okay, so yeah, basically the game engines will have this information on their website somewhere. Okay, and if they don't, well, you should be able to find some basic information to help you out. Okay, so they should have minimum and recommended specs required to use their game engine software. So let's just see just how hard it is to find, eh? Maybe, let's see what the wiki page has got for us. Let's see, scripting, rendering, usage. Yeah, might have to do a little bit more of a specific search, eh? No. So, Godot engine minimum specs, minimum specifications. Okay, so the software requirements for running the Godot 3.0 editor is Windows 7 or newer, Mac OS 10.10 or newer, and a Linux 64-bit or 32-bit x86. Okay, and the hardware is supporting OpenGL 3.3 core profile. Okay, that doesn't really mean much to me. I've got a basic understanding of what OpenGL is and all that, but I've never used it. So, alright, okay, what specs are good for a computer that you are planning to use? Let's have a look at that page, eh? Just have a little browse through before I start opening my mouth. So yeah, you can sort of use the information that comes up. It should be on the page actually. Let's have a look. Let's just have a scroll through. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Frequently asked questions. Let's hope somebody's asked a question. So yeah, as you can see, it's got some information here. Also tells you the programming languages. And now we're sort of getting a little bit too much into detail in the topic. It was just meant to be a general one, but we're already here, so see if we can find the info out. Okay, that's alright. Anyway, I would have to say from what I've read so far, it would pretty much be probably 2 cores, I reckon. Any computer that you've got at least 2 cores and at least 4 gigabytes of RAM and has at least Windows 7 or the other operating systems that they're talking about, you should be alright just to start. Okay, that would be like minimum. Okay, and then you'd normally, pretty much double that. So you'd probably want like 4 cores and 8 gigs of RAM, pretty much, to be able to, just as a basic, just, as a recommended setting. Alright, anyway, we have got a bit off topic here. Okay, let's get back on topic, eh? Alright, so another big factor to consider is game assets, okay? So yeah, I know, it's getting to be a pretty long list and in-depth research already. But if you're going to spend, I don't know, 2 to 4 weeks and lots of hours of time getting to work with the UI for a game engine, yeah, you want to get all this right. So you don't want to be wasting too much of your time. So I'd recommend you spend a lot of time researching what game assets are available for the game engine you wish to use, unless you are also a game artist. If you're a game artist and you're more than happy to make all your own game art, well, you don't really need to worry too much about this, but game assets are pretty big and popular, and there's a lot of very powerful game assets. It's not just graphic artists or like graphic assets like 2D and 3D. We're also talking about other tools as well. So, okay, so hopefully by this stage you've sort of narrowed down your list a bit of the preferred game engine you'd like to use. But if you haven't, yep, no, that's fine. So most of the game engines will have marketplaces or a marketplace. So I do know that Game Maker Studio 2 has a marketplace. Unity also has its own marketplace. I know Unreal Engine has its own marketplace. I do believe Hero Engine was starting to build. That was back when I researched it, which was quite some time ago, so it probably does have a marketplace by now. CryEngine 3, sadly I didn't really do a lot of research on that. I just, because it sort of came down to what learning resources I could find that were available at the time, and yeah, unfortunately that one didn't make it on my list. I do believe CryEngine 3 is really good though as well, so I'm not going to say it's bad or anything. So just because I didn't get a chance to check it out doesn't mean that you won't, you know? And hey, if you've got tons of time, or check out as many as you possibly can, honestly, before you settle for one. So, okie dokie. So, where are we? Okay, you could also, hire a graphic artist to do your assets, like 2D, 3D game assets, depending on what style you go for, or VR. Sorry, also VR assets. So there are also other marketplaces you could use for each game engine. You could go check out cgtrader.com. I think I've already got that open here somewhere. Here we go. So yeah, they've got heaps and heaps and heaps of models here. Let's have a look. When we do a search on, what do you reckon? Let's just do maybe like 3D humans. See what it comes up with, eh? Whoa, okay, we don't want to go showing any nudity on the site, but yep, yeah, sort of. Maybe let's pick something different. 3D environments. Okay, so some Unreal Engine ones coming up first off. So yeah, there's lots and lots of stuff, and some of the assets that'll come up in here you can also find on the game engines individual marketplace, most likely. Not all of them, but some you will only probably find here, or some other third-party marketplaces. Anyway, okay, so we won't waste too much time in the video just on this, but you can just go to cgtrader.com and type in whatever you want and check it out. Okay, so hopefully the factors we've just discussed will help you choose the game engine that best suits you and your needs. Okay, I really do hope so. And personally, I tried a few game engines before I started using the Unity game engine. There are 2 other game engines I would really like to try out, but there's only so many hours in a day, so But maybe one day, you just never know. Oh, well, let's just close out of all windows saying sexy naked. Alright, okay. So I've had the time. I'd personally check out the Godot and Unreal Game Engine. Okay. So I'm already using the Unity game engine, and I'm relatively proficient in its UI. Okay, most of these game engines are constantly evolving, getting new stuff added to them, and sometimes the UIs do change. So if you don't use one of the game engines for a few months, you might come back and they might do a pretty big patch on their UI, and it might change a lot. So. And the reason I chose the Unity game engine was purely based on the available learning resources. Plus it's free to use for personal use. Okay, so I'm not saying the other game engines don't have learning resources. Okay, I'm just saying that in the research I did, I sort of found Unity game engine to be coming out a winner for me anyway. Okay, I had basically a 0 skill level at the time for game development. I had played around with some of the other game engines, but like I've already said in the video, the game engines have all pretty much got different programming languages. So yeah, and I didn't know C#, and now I'm a bit better at C#. I wish I was even better, but I've followed through quite a few courses. Well, they're only short ones, but just to learn the language a bit more. I find personally the best way for me to learn a language is just to follow along with a course, and just learn as you go, basically. That way you don't get discouraged. You can sort of see things happening. You can get tiny little mini games developed, and then if you want to build onto those games, you can. So that's what I found anyway. So alright, some of the game engines you may want to check out are the Unity game engine, the Unreal game engine, the Godot game engine, the Game Maker Studio 2 game engine, the CryEngine 3 game engine, the Hero Engine game engine, and the RPG Maker series, which actually there's a few for that. So I've actually got the web page brought up here. So there's a little list here. We got what? RPG Maker FES, okay, that was 2017. RPG Maker MV 2015. Now don't quote me on this, but I do believe these to be all 2D. Okay, 2D top down ones. RPG Maker 3 to and there's also probably RPG Maker Ace. So there's quite a few. Go to their website, and they also have their own marketplace with lots and lots of packs. So don't really want to go into too much detail of each engine. That really needs to be individual videos on each engine. So we shall move on with our video. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed the video and it helps you choose the best game engine for you and your needs. Okay, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell if you wish to know when I upload my next video. If you like the video, please click the like button below. If you can think of any other factors that could help in choosing the best game engine for your needs and other people's needs, please leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'm sure it'll help people out, because people do watch the videos, and then they'll scroll down and check out what people have put in the comments. So hope you're having a great day, night, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. And also, I just want to say, just before I wrap this video up, that we're almost at the end of April, and starting in May I'm going to be doing some Unity game asset reviews. Well, no, not really. Yeah, like game assets. So I'll be like buying some game assets, and we're going to go in and check them out. I won't be like grading them, saying they're a 4 out of 5 or a 3 out of 5. I don't want my videos to be negative. Asset developers put a lot of time into their work, and you can't really say that someone's asset's bad. I'm not going to be like that. Okay, basically we're just going to be going through, checking out the asset, and you can make up your own decision what you think of them. Okay. Also, on that note, I'll be getting back on to starting my MMORPG. All right. Okay. Since that first video I released about 2 weeks ago, I've actually had a lot of time to go over, work out what I want to do, and I'm going to be making some serious changes to the game. So basically I'm going to be starting from scratch. Okay, so basically just about everything that I've done for my demo release just to show off functioning. I'm going to keep all the functioning and everything, okay, so that's not absolutely from scratch. It's just going to be the actual like game environment and the characters that are in the game and the enemies and all that. That's all just going to be from scratch again. Okay, so yeah, that's going to be really exciting, and I'm really going to be pouring hours into it. So I will keep people updated with what's going on and showing off what I've actually managed to complete, probably maybe each week or each fortnight, something like that. We'll see what happens. Now, I've got lots of topics I want to cover on this channel, and the channel is very new, so it's just going to take a bit of time to get some content videos up there that cover lots and lots of different topics. So anyway, I shall leave the video there. Thanks for watching again. Have a great day and night, and I shall see you in the next episode.